installed PHP. We'll just quickly restart the Apache service again to make sure that that's in there. So it's sudo service Apache 2 restart. And now we'll install the MariaDB database. That's sudo apt install MariaDB server php-mysql. We'll say yes to that, and that'll get on and build that for us. Again, this shouldn't take too long. Once that's finished, we'll restart the Apache 2 service again. There we are. So sudo service Apache 2 restart. We do that every time just to make sure things are where they should be. We'll now put WordPress into the system. So this is your website editor. So we're just going to go into the directory where the website's held, and we use this little command sudo rm star. That'll just clear that directory down. We don't want any remnants left in there. And then we do sudo wget http ://wordpress.org. WordPress drives probably about 40% plus of the internet is built on the WordPress website templates. Basically, instead of programming hundreds and hundreds of lines of code for even quite a simple website, what WordPress is doing is allowing you to build it graphically with a drag and drop system, and then it's creating blocks of HTML code that go in there. So we've grabbed the package. We're now going to unpack it. It's this command called sudo tar xzf latest.tar.gz. That's just like unpacking a zip file on a Windows machine. Doesn't take it too long. So we unpack it. We're then going to move it. So we do sudo move mv WordPress. So we're just sticking it in the file we've just emptied. We're saying that's where the website is going to live. Some people would put this in a public HTML file. That's something you'll get into later on. I think just keep it simple to start with. If we list here, you can see it's sat in there. We can now do a remove command. Again, it's just getting rid of any remnants that could cause us problems later on. We've installed it ready to set it up, so we might as well just get rid of it. And we're going to change the owner of that directory. So we're going to say we're going to, as the root user, we're going to own that now, so that we can edit it and manipulate it as we see fit later on. And now we do the secure installation. So that's sudo and MySQL. So my understanding is that Oracle bought the MySQL brand name, so we call it MariaDB now. Doesn't really matter what it's called, does the same thing. So we do a secure installation, away it goes. The current password for root doesn't exist yet, so we leave that blank. And we don't need socket authentication. We might as well change the root password. So we'll put a password now in for MariaDB for root. So that can be whatever we like. Better to make it something different to your login password for the Pi itself. So go ahead and do that. Take a moment to write it down. So your username will be root and your password will be whatever you've just chosen. We can remove anonymous users, we can disallow remote logins, and we'll remove any test databases, and we'll reload the privileges. So we've gone ahead and we've done that. We now need to create a database to associate with our website. Again, when you get into it, when you rebuild another one, you might do a little bit of research, doesn't take much, and set up a public HTML directory instead of the default root www directory. That's fine. What we're going to do here is we're going to log into the database itself. We're going to put in our password that we've just created for root, and we're going to create a database. So we're going to create database, and I'm just going to call it WordPress. So we're just going to shove a WordPress database in there, and we can check that's been created. We can do a show databases command, and you see there it is. So the information schema, performance schema, they're just defaults. And then on the database we've just created, we're going to grant all privileges on, and I'm going to do dot star. So, sorry, on WordPress, which is the root, and we're going to say to, and so it's going to be root, our root user, at localhost, which is our root directory, and put inverted commas around there, and it's going to be identified by, and then we're going to put our password in that we've just set for the database. In my case it's Colin. Colin's one of my cats. And we finish all commands as you've seen above in the MariaDB system, MySQL system, with a semicolon, and then we'll flush the privileges. Again, that's just to make sure there's no remnants left behind, and we can exit that now. We've checked the database exists, we've set the permissions, and we can go to the next step. And the next step from there is to go into the WordPress system itself and make sure it works. That'll be the next video.